Okay. So, but if I write, it's going to be backwards, right?
Yeah, it's going to be backwards. So just write it.
So, everyone needs to buy Doge.
Why?
Because Dogecoin's the future and always has been and always will be. So,
who's the biggest believer in Doge?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's clearly me. So at the top of Doge, I was sitting at around $3 million, I think. It's pretty crazy, and then it just trickled down a little bit. So now it's a little bit less. So I'm sitting around maybe $10,000 left.
What?
So it's gotten pretty low, and maybe next cycle.
GoFundMe, link in the bio.
We'll hit the moon.
We just need Elon right in the middle, right?
Yeah, no. What I did was I basically round tripped the moon and came back down to Earth. So I came to pick you guys up for the next trip.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the DV podcast, where we talk to inspiring people from all walks of life. On today's episode, we have the Dogecoin Millionaire, also known as Pro, coming on, and we're talking about some amazing stuff today. We're going to talk about health, his transition to losing a ton of weight in a short period of time. We're going to talk about his Dogecoin portfolio that was once a $3 million portfolio and is now worth much less. And we're going to also talk about his investing strategies and thoughts around crypto. So it's an amazing podcast. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and dive in. So dude, the day I met you was you I was
in my studio.
$3.5 million in net worth. It was they were filming the shit. It was the night of SNL.
It was not 3.5.
What do you go up to? That night of SNL.
Okay, so the night of SNL, as soon as Elon got on stage, I think it shot up to $2.8 million. And it was at 2.9 the day before. Or the day before that. I don't know, it was like 1 or 2 days before SNL, it got to 2.9 million. That was the high. I got a YouTube video, like of the highest that I got, and I posted that. And everybody like comments on that video like, yep, this was the day, bro. You should have. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never know though, right? Like at the time,
bro. I know now though. Like okay, my knowledge of the space right now. My knowledge of the space right now is insane. Okay, so it's like I understand trends. I like more so than because at that time I had found out about crypto 2 weeks before YOLOing everything in Dogecoin. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know anything about anything, so I didn't understand like buy the rumor, sell the news. Like I heard these things, but I didn't know exactly how it works. Right? So when coins usually get on a centralized exchange, they drop. Like there's so many things that like people know only after being in a bunch of different situations within crypto that you're like, okay, oh, this looks like this. Oh, this is the pattern that's been before. Okay, this is what's about to happen. Oh, it's getting listed. Okay, it's going to drop. Let me sell before it gets listed, or whatever the case may be. So the SNL thing was such a clear sell signal that now it would have been so obvious. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, sell the day before. And it's funny because that's what Graham told me, right? And I'm like, what does Graham know about crypto? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't take him serious when he said that. Andre was like, you should sell right on the day of, like right before Elon gets on stage. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. But to be fair, that day a lot of people had trouble selling. Like there was like a traffic jam, people trying to sell on Robinhood, and wasn't going through. So the safest thing would have been to sell the day right before. But I know that now.
Now that like shit coins are kind of like, it's kind of like gone now, right? Like the idea of them and people, it's kind of past, right?
No. Have you been on crypto Twitter lately? Are you crazy?
So there's been a little uptick recently, right? Like
within the last 2 weeks, I want to say.
Yeah,
it's been an uptick.
Shitcoin season's back. Is
what
I'm
that's
hearing.
What it feels like.
And dude, it's crazy. So knowing that now, has your strategy changed?
You have to understand what you're getting into. So and that's with everything. I've lost lots of money, like besides Dogecoin. You know what I mean? Like on betting on the wrong token, or there's been times where I was up a bunch, I should have sold, I didn't. Like in different scenarios, right? So like now I just have such a broader understanding of it all that I know when it's one of those coins that you're like, okay, here's a perfect example, right? I'm trying to say something without having to say without having to say the token name. I don't want to like promote it.
Got it. Just like Doge 2.
Okay, Doge 2.0. Well, that was the real coin that got well, okay, what's your favorite movie?
Limitless.
Oh, that's a good movie. But like, give me another movie. Avatar.
Inception.
No, not Inception. Like something that has like a character, like, you know what I mean? Like not a great actor, like something that has like not a logo, like a mascot or some shit. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for example, okay, Super Mario, right?
Yeah.
So let's say
that was a good movie.
I haven't got to see it. So let's say they make.
I bought him a ticket and he bailed on me.
That's not true, but it's neither here nor there. Super Mario. Okay, Super Mario Bros. Right. So let's say they make a Super Mario token, right? And it's got a great team behind it. They did everything right with the contract. It's clean, like there's no issues with it, like there's no possibilities that it would rug. You check out Token Sniffer, it's perfectly, flying colors all around, everything's great, distribution's awesome, everything's fine, right? And it just comes out. It's just like boom, right here, Super Mario token. Now, Super Mario Bros. The movie is coming out in 2 weeks. Okay? That's an amazing buy, but for the short term. So you buy the token, you wait until the movie comes out, and literally the day before the movie comes out, you sell it. And that's the same thing with Dogecoin. Dogecoin all the way up to SNL, you sell it. So like whenever there's something major that's going to happen, 9 times out of 10, it'll drop on the day that it's supposed to happen. And that's just across the board. So yeah.
What about long-term crypto investing?
Long-term crypto investing, those are coins that have shown longevity, right? So you look at coins like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, Dogecoin. Dogecoin does. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Dogecoin's been around since 2013. It's been pumped and dumped a bajillion times.
So has Bitcoin, so has Ethereum.
So has Bitcoin, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like, you never really know until you have the passage of time to be able to look back 2 years, 3 years. Okay, this token is still strong. Okay, this token still has an incredible community. This token is still under development. If you're looking at a utility type token, right? So like Ethereum or something like that, or a Cardano. Like, okay, I get, like, you have two completely different paths. You know what I mean? Dogecoin is just like an anomaly. Like Dogecoin has been around for so long, but it has no utility. And it was the first meme coin, which is what it has to its, credit. And I feel like that's one of those coins that, at that time, just the distribution, like it's had enough years for it to like flush everything out, basically. And to the point where now it's evenly distributed. You have floors that are solid floors that'll go down and it won't go lower than that point. And it's like, Dogecoin, I feel like, is a blue chip. So that's the thing. I consider certain cryptos blue chip cryptos, right? So you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum, you got Dogecoin. I personally think Cardano is one of those as well. And you have a ton of other ones like Avalanche, Algorand, Cosmos, a bunch of coins that are doing stuff in the space. But unless you're like actively a part of the space, you don't get it or don't understand. So what you're seeing is the outside view of it, right? So most people only know about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. So yeah, those will be around for the next 5, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
You think that it's really going to last that long?
Yeah. And I feel like in different, it'll live forever, just in different forms. You know what I'm saying? Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, let's use those as an example. Like things might change in the public view of them, or the government might regulate them, or like things will happen, but they'll always be around though. Because even if, let's say the US government's like, you know what? Fuck crypto. Like, it's banned or some shit. I don't even know if they can do that. But like, if they just were to like cease it because they want to come out with a government coin or some shit to run everything and just shut everything else down, people are going to fucking leave America. Like, I would leave the United States. Like, why would I stay here if my entire net worth is in crypto and all of a sudden it's banned? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going back to Brazil. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to any one of those places, because those are crypto friendly places. So it's like, it's going to live on forever. It just depends on the scope of it. Like, it's going to like transform as it goes, but
are you talking publicly about like your current portfolio size? And
so I did a YouTube video yesterday about Pepe coin, And in the video, I showed my portfolio. I always show my portfolio though. That's always been at the heart of all of my YouTube videos. So that's one thing that sets me apart from a lot of crypto influencers, is that they'll talk about coins, they'll promote stuff, or they'll say they're holding this, or they invested in that, or they bought this, and they never show you what they have. Like, you have no clue what their portfolio looks like, right? Like, they might talk about X coin or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I invested a lot in X coin, but like, you don't know how much they own. They never show you their wallets. You have no clue what's going on behind the scenes. So I've always been super transparent about everything from the very first video. Even if you go back to my very first video on YouTube, that's when I YOLO'd everything into Dogecoin in like February, before it even popped off. Nobody watched that video. It was like a few hundred views. You know what I mean? But in that video, at the very end of it, I was like, look, you guys probably don't believe that I bought this much Dogecoin, but I did. So here, let me show you. And I whip out my phone and I show the Robinhood app, and I'm like, this is how much. You know what I mean? From the very beginning, it's always been transparent. From then on, like when I hit $1 million, I show my portfolio. Went all the way to 3 million, I showed my portfolio. Dropped all the way down to 200K, I show my portfolio. It went back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something I've always done. And I don't know. I feel like, especially with Dogecoin, I mean, obviously since then I've bought tons of other coins and I have a bunch of different wallets, but like at the heart of who I am and where I came from, I will always showcase my Dogecoin holdings, because that's something that I'm known for, holding, diamond handing Dogecoin and not selling it. And that's just, you know.
What do you have right now?
In Doge?
Yeah.
Or I have, I think my Doge, because this is what happened too. So I've been moving it out of Robinhood into my ledger because it's a safer place to have it. So it's kind of split up, but I'm actually thinking about putting it back in Robinhood, to be honest with you, just because like that was so ingrained in my
like
brand.
literally showing it.
Right.
Yeah.
That like showing a ledger screen, it's different. You know what I mean? It's so different. So like, I might just throw everything back in Robinhood, everything that I bought originally, and just let it ride and just leave it in there. And then when it goes up, it goes up. And I always show I take screenshots and I put it on Twitter, and those always go viral. You know what I mean? I put a screenshot of Ledger, that does not go viral. So it's just one of those things. I'm just like, you know, it's part of my brand at this point. You know, I'm comfortable. I'm okay. I have, you know, enough to get by. I don't need to touch my Dogecoin holdings for anything. So I might as well just leave it.
So, dude, on your brand side, like, dude, you're like, we were out at a club, man, and like, dude, people are coming up, like, yeah. Dude, I love you, man. You're the Dogecoin millionaire. Yeah. Like, could you ever imagine this happening?
No, I mean that's funny. That actually also happened. Well, it happened a bunch of times. It happened at the airport once. The World Cup was going on. Somebody from Argentina noticed me. He was like, like thick accent, like, I love you, bro. Want to take a picture with me? That's happened at the airport more than once. That's happened at restaurants, at clubs. At one time, it was like a Mexican club in California. And it was just all Mexican music, like all Mexican people. Like, this was like little Mexico, pretty much. And some Mexican dude walked up to me, was like, "Oh, I know you." I was like, "That's crazy. That's insane." But yeah, no, it's nuts, man.
Is it all what it's cracked up to be? Like, is it a dream?
There's so many great sides to it, and there's so many bad sides to it. Like it is funny because it's never anything that I ever imagined would happen or ever in the cards for me. You know what I mean? I was just a dude that's trying to get out of his tough situation. I was like, okay, I'm broke. I don't have money. I'm tired of this. I want to get out of this. Let me figure out how to invest money. Let me see what is going to go up in the future. And so once it happened, I didn't expect my Reddit post to blow up to 70,000 upvotes. And then from there, I'm getting interviews with CNBC and MSNBC, and I'm on the New York Times, and I'm over here Business Insider and like Times Magazine. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect any of that, and all that happened. And so I feel like that even played a role in why I chose to not sell too. It was like, look, this is what everybody's looking at me for. And if I'm over here preaching the gospel of Dogecoin and I'm saying that this is the future, this is crypto, introducing people to crypto, this is gonna, you know, grow in value in the future. I believe that, and this is where our future is headed, crypto, and then sell everything. How does that make any sense? How can I believe you if you're just selling stuff? You know what I mean? So I felt like that was so ingrained with me as an individual, as a brand, as a company, as just a symbol or whatever, that I was like, that just, you know, you got to write it out. I don't know. That's how I felt, man. I don't want people to maybe I cared too much, but I didn't want people to feel like I was letting them down because they bought up here at 75 cents and that was the day I decided to dump it all on everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not that type of person.
Hey, dude, had you not gone viral in that case, let's say no one ever knew, where, dude, who would be doing?
I'm pretty sure if that had been, okay, if nothing had ever taken off, if I was just one of these people that got rich off crypto, more than likely I would have sold in the millions. You know what I mean? Like, why would I not? Like, that just makes sense. So like, take away the narrative, take away the storyline, take away, you know, all the stuff that happened to me. I probably would have sold in crazy profits and then try to think of the next investment. You know what I mean? Like, I probably would have quit my job and just been full-time investor, try to learn how to day trade. I don't know. I would have figured something out, but that's probably what I'd be doing.
Well, dude, now you do content.
I do lots of content.
You're a YouTuber. You had quite a successful.
I still need my plaque, by the way.
You don't? Oh yeah.
I don't have a plaque.
Did you hit him up about it?
I need to call that. I think you gave me a number, right? I got to call. I don't know. I got to we can do this after. Yeah. But I need my plaque, man. I hit over 100,000 subscribers.
What are you at now?
115.
Nice, dude. Congrats.
Yeah. So.
And dude, you were getting paid crazy sponsorships, dude. Yeah. You're like, dude.
I'm just trying. And then, like I said, everything. Like, I don't know. I'm always open to any and all opportunities. I'm very open minded, very optimistic. I'm very gung ho. I like, you know.
That's just you as a person, though.
Yeah, I've always been that way. Like, there've been so many stories in my life that now looking back at it, I'm like, okay, I see it. Like, I see why I got to the point in my life that I got to. But for a long time, it was a drought. Like, for a long time, it was like, I've always had this, and I'm like, something's gotta give. Like, what is it? Like, I'm working hard, I'm focused, I'm doing everything right, and then it's just like, I have this like dark cloud just like following me, and like, I can't catch a fucking break. That's how it felt for a long time. And so it wasn't until, the Dogecoin thing that I was like, well, okay, thank you, something. like I need like some type of like positive reinforcement that I am doing the right things in life. Cause for the longest time I thought I was just like what else can I do to like win? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then dude, when that popped off, you started making videos, it felt like twice a week.
Right.
More, right?
There was one point I was doing videos every single day, which is what I want to get back to. But, yeah, I was doing videos every single day. I did a month where I lived off $100 last year.
That was a video?
That was a video.
Wow.
No, that was a series of videos. So it was like, so in the beginning of the video, I have a $100 bill, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna eat off of this $100 bill for the rest of the month. And so like every day I get creative and I go to different places. Like, I go to like Costco and eat their hot dogs for like $1.50. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Or I go to Taco Bell and get like some bean burritos or something for $1. I go to Dollar Menu.
You come to my party and eat all the food at my house. Go to your
party, eat all your food. I'm like, today I didn't spend any money. I got $58.75 left. So like I did that for the whole month, and at the very end, like I managed to do it. You know what I mean? Just like kind of showing people that like you can live below your means. People just don't want to do it. People just don't like getting uncomfortable, man. That's the reality of it.
That's cool. So what's the content process if you're making a video every single day back when you were doing that? Like, how do you create that much content?
Well, well, for example, that month I had a goal, right? And so like it's pretty simple. Like every single day is more of a vlog, if anything. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing today. This is how I'm going to manage my money type thing. But it really comes down to like being creative. So it's like, okay, people follow me because they want to understand how I was able to save up enough money to make an investment like this and how I was able to pick that investment and know what I'm doing. And I feel like you just kind of take that thought process and then you just think, okay, what kind of videos would be interesting for that audience, right? So I have a video called The Story of the Diamond Hands or whatever, right? Where I explain my whole journey in stocks. Where like, okay, I made a lot of money on Tesla, but I also lost a lot of money on other stocks. So it's like I try to explain like, okay, I bought this and I sold too soon and then this happened, and I just kind of walk my way through the whole thing. And I feel like that gives you a better chance of understanding, okay, that makes sense, right? So that, I talk about money management a lot. Like I'll be like, okay, for the longest time, I didn't have Wi-Fi at my house. I had to go to a Starbucks. Not because I couldn't afford Wi-Fi, because I was trying to save money. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, there's so many things that like, obviously those are extremes that I felt like I needed to do in order to save up as much as possible. But not everybody has to do that. But that comes back into money management, right? Like living below your means. Okay, I don't need a Netflix password. I don't need all these subscription services, right? If you really sit down and make a list of every single thing you spend money on every single month, and then you see how much you make that month, cut down as much as humanly possible, so where you're literally living on basics. You're living on like almost nothing if you want to save up enough money to be able to make that next jump in your life. Or if you just want to complain all the time and then you're sitting here spending money all the time and you're literally living paycheck to paycheck, you need to reevaluate how you're managing your money. That's the truth.
Are you good with money?
I still am, I think. So it took me 3 years to save up $100,000. 3 or 4 years to save up $100,000. The initial $100,000. So like, I feel like for most people, it's easier to get to $1 million from 100,000 than it is to get from 0 to 100,000. So when you're working a 9 to 5 and you're making minimum wage or whatever the case may be, that 100,000 looks so far. Like it's so hard to get there. And like I said, it took me my whole life to get to the point where I saved up $100,000. It was those 3 years specifically that I had a job that was like a corporate job, that I had a salary, that, you know, a lot of people have had that their whole lives, but I never had that until I was 28. So it was like, or 27. So like I had that job for 3 years, and every year I worked so hard that I was able to get promoted to the next year and the next year. So like the first year I made $36,000 in the whole year. The second year I made $45,000 in the whole year. The third year I made $60,000 the whole year. So it's like I took those 3 years to be able to save up $100,000, which means I lived on like less than 20 grand a year or something. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's doable. Was it uncomfortable? Yes. Was I not going out ever? Yes. Was I not enjoying life and buying a bunch of stuff? Yes. Or traveling? Yes. I never traveled. I never did anything except for work and save money and try to invest. And so it's very doable. It's doable. And it also comes down to your life choices too. You know what I mean? Like, if you're 22 and you have 5 kids, it's going to be hard for you to save up to $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cause that's another argument I get all the time. Everybody's like, oh, it's easy for you. You're single and you don't have any kids and a big family and you have to, yeah, because I made those choices to not have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I understand it must be a lot tougher when you have a family, but you have to work with what you have and try to save as much as you can.
Dude, on life choices, I know you've been making some drastic changes on your own life. Like, dude, your health has changed like crazy over the last 90 days. How much weight have you lost, and how have you been able to do that?
That's so funny you asked me that.
Why?
Because not crypto Twitter, the Pepe community was calling me Chubbs.
They were calling you Pepe Jr.
You're fatso. You. And I was like, guys, I go to the gym every day.
Dude, I get the funniest comments I get on my Instagram is, wow, Leonardo DiCaprio really let himself go.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
But
we dude, put them together.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the hardest thing though is when you are putting in the work and then people say like, hey, why aren't you working out?
I wish people understood how much effort, energy, and time I put into trying to be healthy, trying to lose weight.
Dude, I see it, bro.
I'm serious,
and
man.
I'm seeing it on you now, though.
I appreciated it, and it took a long time. It took like 2-3 months for me to get to this level. So it's like sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I work so fucking hard. Like I spend hours at the gym. You know what I mean? Like. And I'm like, if anybody else did this amount of work, like they would look so much better. Like, so I just look at it like, man, like I don't know if it's genetics. I don't know if it's just food or, I mean, obviously it's food. Like I try not to eat, but that's the thing. I try not to eat bad either. For example, today I didn't eat anything. How do you gain weight with the calorie deficiency? Make it make sense. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
This guy's a fat ass. He just pumps cryptos and he's a fat ass.
Bro, that's what I got. And I was like, that was funny. I actually tweeted this out. I was like, the Pepe community's calling me fat, so I'm going to go to the gym now.
Oh, dude.
I went to the gym.
So how does that affect you?
No, that doesn't affect me because I know me and I'm always in competition with me.
So when people talk shit and stuff.
No. Okay, so calling me fat doesn't doesn't affect me. What does affect me though, and this is the thing, like and it's crazy because I've always thought I've had tough skin my whole life. I'm like, man, roll off my back. I don't give a fuck. But crypto's different, bro. Have you been on Spaces before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah. People will literally get on Spaces and be like, so yeah, guys, blah, 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 and you're such a fat ass piece of shit. I hate you. And they'll literally like have that, so you won't realize they're cussing you out until halfway through. And you're like, yo.
It's like those guys who call into the radio stations and they're like, blah, 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 and then they like.
Yeah, they go off and they like say it like so casually that you're thinking that they're having a normal conversation. They're not yelling at you. So, you know what I mean? They're just like, so yeah, you're a piece of I hope your mom dies. And you're like, yo, chill. So, but anyways, yeah, it does get toxic on Twitter, very toxic. If you know Twitter, you know it gets toxic, like cesspool. Like I didn't realize there were that many people in the world that hate stuff. Like they just hate to hate stuff. Like they love to hate stuff. Like these people are like, I wish it was a group for people that just hate everything. Cause think about this. If I hate, for example, I don't like Arby's. Am I gonna go on Arby's Twitter account and type every single time they post something like, I hate your sandwiches. They're disgusting. You should go out of business. F you.
Yeah, of course not.
Right. Like, what the like how many people are on Twitter that actually live like this in a basement somewhere? And they're tweeting it. Like, how miserable is your life, bro? Get up, go out, do something. It's crazy.
So you are someone who's super positive, dude. You're super optimistic. Like it feels like all the time, like to a weird level.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. Not actually weird in a very good way though, dude. Like you're the kind of guy, like, dude, you come around, like you make everyone feel good.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, and dude, I don't know, like I don't see you struggle, but dude, sometimes like Robin Williams, like dude, sometimes the guys who are the lightest in the room are the darkest behind in the back door.
That's true. I mean, I have my days, bro. I have I get depressed. I have days where I literally lay in bed all day. I have so many times like that. I mean, think about it. How would you feel if you made $3 million and then you lost it all? Right? So it's like, I'll have those days, right? A lot of people are like, oh, like I'll post a video after like 2 weeks or something. Somebody will be like, he's alive. You know what I mean? Or like on Twitter or something. So it's like, yeah, it's tough. A lot of times it's tough, but I don't know. I try to have a positive outlook most times. Whenever I'm around people, I try to have fun. I try to uplift people. I try to be positive. I try to bring the energy, but that also takes a lot out of you. You know what I mean? Like once I get home, I'm just drained. Like I go out and
Are you an introvert then?
So that's the thing. I think I'm a little bit of both. Like it takes a lot out of me. Depending on the social situation, I'll put it that way. For example, if it's just us, it's just the homies, that doesn't take a lot out of me, right? But if I go into a social setting where I don't know anybody, or I know like a few people, and I have to make friends, or I have to like talk to people that I don't know and make conversation, and that drains the hell out of me. I get home and I'm just exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate those situations. So it's like, and it's weird because I never thought I had anxiety, but maybe I do. And I just mask it well. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's surprising. It's not surprising to hear you say that. And I know for me too, dude, there's days where I've literally laid in bed. Like I've gone weeks in my life. And what changed is I have employees, I have an office, I have like a lot of shit depending on me
you gotta show up
now. And that, dude, that gets me up out of bed.
Yeah.
So I haven't had one of those stints in years, but dude, there were times not too long ago where I probably had 2 weeks in bed, order pizza
every day.
Yeah, dude, every fucking day.
Bro, okay. Here's a question: if you didn't have all this, if you didn't have all the employees, the office, the responsibilities, and like perfect example. Let's say your whole business is gone, no business, it's just Dylan, right?
Yeah.
You make a crazy investment just out of your own pocket, own money. You make millions of dollars. You cash out. What do you do every day?
Dude, I'd probably just like coach, speak, and help people. So for me, the thing is, I'm building this company right now. Dude, eventually we'll have an exit. Then there'll be the next thing, which will be the $1 billion thing. Mm-hmm. And then, dude, once I exit that, it's just going to be like, how can I serve the world in the greatest capacity?
What's the $1 billion thing?
It's going to be in the health industry. Yeah.
Let me be a seed investor.
Dude, yeah, I'm down.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah. At that point we won't really need capital because I'll and most of the businesses that have cash flow, but also, dude, there's roles for everybody. So.
Sure. No, I would love to do something, man. I think you're really smart. I think you got a lot going for you.
But dude, if I didn't have a ton of cash.
That's what I'm saying. Cause you're saying you don't get not that you don't get depressed, but you're saying that you force yourself out of bed every single day to like get up and perform, right? Yeah. Because you have so much depending on you. That's what I'm trying to say. If you didn't have anything depending on you every single day.
So dude, my whole body, my whole mentality has changed. So that guy 5-6 years ago that did that, he's gone, dude. Like I look at photos of I literally talk about that guy like he was different, dude. Like that guy was not me. And I don't have that in my body anymore. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And there's literally science. I mean, dude, there's science that has showed that your body turns itself over every 6 months. Like literally everything in your body is different.
Okay.
Every single cell in your body has.
I believe that.
Yeah. So, but dude, if it was just me, dude, I'd probably be like, if I scrapped everything, I would probably just be a solopreneur, dude. I'd go like get a nice spot like on the beach somewhere, and I'd just like run business online and probably have like a remote workforce. Like
that's cool.
Yeah.
You could technically have a remote.
Dude, I have like 80% of my, like 5x my local employees are virtual. I have like 80%.
So is the office more for stuff like this, or is it for people to have a place to work at?
I mean, originally it was a place to work at, and then, finding talent here, dude, I've moved like probably 10 people like moved here to work here. And so like we try, and I'm rebuilding that culture because dude, I went through a cycle where it's like culture was growing and then dude, culture, everything's cyclical, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So with this, now we're growing the culture again, dude. I'll have 40 people in this office, by the summer.
So it's like there's an uptick.
Back uptick. And then, dude, this time next year, I'll probably need an office 3 times the size.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And then content, dude. I mean, get people in. Yeah. It's fun. So.
I mean, I know you can get me a job though. I'll pull up. I'll get a little cubicle.
So
Doge.
Dude, I mean, we got to find a way to do stuff together.
I'm serious. I'm down. I don't live far from you.
So, dude, there's something pretty exciting that you've been working on. I don't know the status of it. It's your documentary.
Yes. So, for those people, do we ever look at the cameras? I was thinking about that. Like, should we like look at the cameras?
Dude, it's like a different thing. It's like, dude, we're talking to each other, but yeah, you can speak to the people.
Like, okay, all right.
Yeah. The cameras aren't even on.
I'm always used to like
talking to the people.
Looking at cameras.
It's a different model.
No, it's cool. I like it though. Okay, so let's talk about documentary. So in case but in case you don't know out there, so shortly after my Reddit post went viral, like within a week or two, I started having people hitting me up to do documentaries. They're like, we want to follow you around. We want to see what you're doing. What do you do? And I was like, all right, cool. Had a few offers, and I decided to go with one company that I felt like was more perfectly aligned with my vision of what I wanted to showcase and like what I was trying to do. Cause the last thing I needed was for a company to try to like make a mockery of everything. So I was like, okay, I want to make sure I trust these people. I know these people. Like I feel comfortable around these people. So I went with a company called Optimus Films. Shout outs to them. And the director is Chris. Shout out to Chris. And so he hit me up. We got on a Zoom call. We talked about the decisions I was making or what I thought about it. He was like, man, he's like, tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm telling him my life story. And at the end of the conversation, he's like, hey, you mind if I have a bunch of camera guys show up to your house tomorrow to start filming? And I was like, sure, pull up. And sure enough, we started shooting right away. And they basically capture everything on camera. They capture Saturday Night Live. They capture Elon Musk. They capture the Graham interviews that I was doing. They capture the Meet Kevin stuff I was doing. They capture the Andre Jig stuff I was doing. They just basically follow me around to like all these people's podcasts and interviews and all these things. Like when the New York Times came out, like they followed me to the newsstand to like pick up the newspaper with me in it. You know what I mean? Like just they documented the entire thing. They were there in the room when we met, which is crazy. But yeah, and we filmed for a full year, And the end of the documentary, well, no spoiler alert or anything, but at the end,
his Dogecoin goes down to basically nothing.
Right. We're still filming, so like we end. I'll put it like this.
Spoiler alert: Dogecoin goes down.
Nobody knows this happened.
Yeah.
This happened. The end of the filming that we did, like we wrapped up filming. I'll say it like that because I don't know what that.
Yeah.
We wrapped up filming when I moved to Vegas. So that was the last shots that we have, was for me moving into the new house and just like unpacking and bringing in the arcades and all that stuff. And that was a wrap, you know what I mean? And so they went into post-production for months and months and months and months, going back and forth about ideas, decisions, what I was okay with them displaying, what I wasn't. I saw a bunch of different cuts. I was, I was pretty involved with it. And then they were done. And we had a private screening at your house, which was super dope. And this is the first public screening of it. And it's going to be featured at Tribeca Film Festivals. I can actually talk about it now, which is cool. So the top 3 film festivals in the U.S. is Sundance Film Festival. Everyone knows about that one. South by Southwest Film Festival and Tribeca Film Festival. So it's going to be in New York in June 10th. And I got you a ticket if you want to come.
Dude, I'm down.
I'm serious.
I'm down. No, I'm dude. Let's take my jet out.
I'm down.
I don't have a jet.
In case you did.
We'll take Kevin's jet.
Yeah, no, we should. I'll give Kevin a ticket.
Dude, no, I'm down, dude. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I only got a few tickets too, so.
Really?
Yeah, let me know for sure.
Yeah, dude, I'm down. I'll throw it on the calendar right now.
Perfect. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. They're gonna do a whole red carpet event. I'm gonna have my whole family there, so it's gonna be pretty exciting.
I met some of your family, right?
Have you?
Your mom, I think, and your sister. Or at least your sister. She was in town. She was in town. Yeah. Oh, she went to the the Super Bowl. Yeah, you met her there. And then so my family's gonna be there, my little brother and everything. I'm trying to fly my sister out for it. She lives in Brazil, so. Dude, what's you plan? Like, how many days are you gonna be out there?
The whole week. So we have 3 or 4 screenings. The biggest one is going to be the first one, which is on the 10th. So June 10th is the biggest screening. Then we have one on the 12th, and then we have one on the 14th. So I'm going to be there the whole week for all of them. And we're going to do like panels, discussions, questions, and all types of stuff. It's going to be cool.
Nice. Dude, can Joel come? Maybe we can squeeze a little share. Buy one, get one?
Who?
Jill.
Of course. Okay. You and Jill, yeah.
Dude, all right, bro. It's on the calendar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope, man. It's going to be fun.
Well, cool, dude. This has been fun, man. I'm super inspired by you, honestly. You're someone who, dude, yeah, man. You have major big ideas, dude. You've taken big risks, and I think you're like a few things away from like crazy greatness. And
you know what they say, right? It's a fine line between genius and crazy. So I don't know how much you're straddling that.
You do have a little bit of the Einstein stuff going on.
Yeah.
So, dude, I got by the way, people want to connect with you. How do they do this?
I'm all over social media. On Twitter, probably is my biggest following, is just Pro the Doge, which is so funny, bro. Because like every single one of my YouTube videos, I open up like, "What's going on, guys? Pro the Doge." But like nobody calls me that in Twitter world. Like everyone calls me Slum Doge. So like every time I'm out and people know me from Twitter, like, "Oh, Slum Doge," I'm like, right.
On Twitter,
on Twitter, right? Exactly. But like, and I'm like, I always say Pro the Doge. Like Slum Doge was just a thing I came up with, but I guess it's stuck too. A lot of people just call me that too. But Pro the Doge on Twitter, Pro the Doge on Instagram. So it's the same on all social media. And then the YouTube is the Dogecoin Millionaire. Oh, and on TikTok it's the Dogecoin Millionaire.
It's kind of confusing. Maybe you got to sync the branding into one, or screw it.
I thought it made sense when I did it. But you know what it was? I wanted to do everything to Dogecoin Millionaire. Twitter didn't have enough characters. It ran over, and I'm like, now I gotta like change it. So like, it was Twitter's fault basically. Like, I would have just been Dogecoin Millionaire
Elon.
and everything.
I was pre-Elon days, but
right. No, and Instagram, I have the Dogecoin Millionaire.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna. It's all over the place. So.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on. Dude, we have a thing here where.
Yeah. Thanks for doing all the prep work for this interview too.
I would swear, but then it's more work for us to bleep out because YouTube locks it. So anyways, dude, I I have a thing on the show where the last guest didn't know who you were, but left you a question, something that was meaningful to them. You're going to read the question, answer, and then you'll leave a question for the next guest.
Where'd you get this from?
A friend gave me this book.
No, where'd you get this idea from?
I don't know, dude.
Where'd you get that? Yeah, where'd you get that book? Wait, so who was your last guest?
I forget who it was. It says on the bottom. I think it's the bottom question there.
Lucky?
Oh, Lucky. Dude,
Lucky knows who the hell I am. What are you talking about?
No, he didn't know that it was going to be you, though.
Okay.
Yeah. What did he say? Probably something stupid.
It's probably something sexual.
This is the first time that the person answering the question knew the person.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Lucky. He fixed my old car. If you can... What? This is not Lucky. If you can ask God one question, what would it be?
What? Dude, there's no way Lucky said that.
And then he signed it, and there's a little, like, happy face next to it. It's like...
If you can ask God one question, what would it be?
Yeah. That's very unlike Lucky.
Maybe he's got, like, a little secret deep side to him.
No, he doesn't.
Dude, I didn't just write that down.
I'm just messing around. So I got to answer his question.
Yeah.
And then underneath the answer, I got to...
You'll just, on the next page, you'll write another question.
No, but I'm saying, so where do I answer it to you, and then okay, what would I ask? Okay, I would probably ask God, what is the meaning of life?
Why didn't he tell you to sell?
Right, why didn't he tell me to sell? Why didn't I get that nudge, that heavenly nudge? Hey, you should probably sell.
You'd ask him what the meaning of life is.
Yeah. And I know it's a cliche question, but like God answering it, like that's what I want. I want him to answer it. I don't want, you know what I mean? I want to ponder it for the rest of my life. Cause think about how many people literally go their entire lives trying to figure out like, what's the purpose? Why is everybody here? What are we doing? And they spend their entire lives searching for answers and no one has it. So no matter how many times you think you know something or you think you're more knowledgeable, you don't really know. You never know. Like the more you know, the less you know. You know?
You know?
Yeah.
Dude, thanks for coming on, man. It's good times.
So wait, should I write that question?
Yeah, but I won't know what it
camera?
is. Yeah, off camera, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll leave it for the next guest to read.
Cool. Sounds good. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Dogecoin Millionaire. Follow me on Twitter, Pro to Doge. Follow me on Instagram, Pro to Doge. Follow me on Instagram more because I need more followers. And on TikTok, The Dogecoin Millionaire.
All right, cool.
Peace.
I'll do the intro.
Peace.
You want to start?